We're thrilled to welcome you to the Best Buddies family and excited for you to begin your journey with us. As you start your onboarding training, know that you are now part of a global movement working to create a more inclusive world for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. This training is designed to give you the tools, knowledge, and inspiration to thrive in your role and connect deeply with our mission in your country. We encourage you to stay curious, ask questions, and lean into the incredible community of colleagues and leaders around the world who share your passion and commitment. Thank you for being here. Your work matters, and we're so glad you've joined us. Welcome to the Best Buddies new team member training. We're thrilled to have you on board. Before we dive in, here are some key takeaways to start your journey. First, you will learn about our mission, vision, and values. Best Buddies is all about creating opportunities and breaking down barriers for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Next, we'll explore the roots of Best Buddies, the incredible story behind how it all began, and the inspiration that continues to drive our mission forward. We'll also take a closer look at our mission pillars and programs, the core areas that bring our work to life and create real impact in communities around the world. Plus, we'll introduce you to intellectual and developmental disabilities and what it means, who it affects, and why understanding it is so important to the work we do. Throughout this training, you'll watch a video and complete few brief knowledge checks. But before we get started, let's watch a video of one of our global ambassadors, Sergio.
Please welcome to the stage our fifth and final ambassador, Sergio Alejandro Araque Bello from Best Buddies, Colombia.
Subiendo la corriente, con chinchorro y atarraya, la canoa de Bareque para llegar a la playa. Va subiendo la corriente, con chinchorro y atarraya, la canoa de Bareque para llegar a la playa. Habla con la luna, habla con la playa. No tiene por rotura, solo su atarraya. El pescador habla con la luna, habla con la playa. No tiene por rotura, solo su atarraya. El pescador habla con la luna, habla con la playa. No tiene por rotura, solo su atarraya. Regresan los pescadores con su carga para vender al puerto de sus amores, donde tienen su querer. Regresan los pescadores con su carga para vender al puerto de sus
Con ustedes, hola, Best Buddies 2013. Me llamo Sergio Alejandro Araque Bello. Yo vengo de Colombia y tengo 28 años. Estudié en un colegio regular hasta noveno grado. Después me gradué como auxiliar de servicio de apoyo logístico. Durante mi vida he practicado deportes como natación y patinaje. Trabajé en una campaña política. Allí hablaba sobre los derechos que tenemos la persona con discapacidad que los aprendí al estudiar la comprensión. En el año 2011 conocí en la Fundación Best Buddies y me vinculé al programa Amigos del Alma Colombia Bogotá, que me brinda múltiples actividades como encuentros con amigos, cine, centro comercial, hablar en la empresa, encuentros de civilización, fiesta, capacitarme en el programa Barrera Cero y sentirme incluido socialmente en mi medio, donde además bailo, toco instrumentos de percusión en los grupos musicales, grupos Musimain, grupos de danza y grupos de chelistas. Pero lo más importante ha sido que la Fundación Best Buddies me tuviera en cuenta en el programa de oportunidad laboral que me ha permitido trabajar en una gran empresa como es Juan Valdez, Bogotá, Colombia. Donde tengo un trabajo digno como un técnico preparador de bebida y gozo del respeto y del precio de mis jefes, compañeros y clientes de la tienda. Y entonces, en Juan Valdez, cada día aprendo algo nuevo y ya se prepara tinto campesino, capuchino, mocachino, nevados. Pero lo más importante, me siento útil. Me transporto, solo tengo un salario. Comparto con muchas personas y soy muy feliz. Mas ahora que me ha enterado que me van a nominar como nuevo del año 2013. Gracias, Best Buddies, por hacer realidad mis sueños, por brindarme la oportunidad laboral y por asignarme una preparadora que me apoya constantemente. Que Dios te bendiga. Ánimo y suerte a los trabajadores de aquí. Que Dios bendiga. Jesús y María nos cuiden. Y thank you. Best 2013.
So, what is Best Buddies? Best Buddies International is one of the world's largest organizations of its kind, dedicated to breaking barriers and creating opportunities for the 200 million people across the globe with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Scan the QR code to see where Best Buddies is across the globe. With a simple but powerful mission, Best Buddies is a nonprofit organization dedicated to establishing a global volunteer movement that creates opportunities for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities by establishing programs that build friendships, create job opportunities, develop leadership skills, foster inclusive communities, and provide family support. Best Buddies' vision statement declares that we would like to put Best Buddies out of business. Best Buddies envisions a world where people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are so successfully integrated into schools, workplaces, and communities that its current efforts and services will be unnecessary. Until that vision becomes a reality, the organization will continue to educate elementary, middle, high school, and college students, community members, corporations, and employers about the emotional, functional, and natural needs and abilities of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. At Best Buddies, we live by these 3 core values. We are inspiring. We spark passion and possibility in everyone we meet. We are empowering. We give people the tools and confidence to succeed. And we are excelling. We strive for excellence in everything we do. These values shape our culture and guide the way we work together. The disabilities community that Best Buddies serves includes, but is not limited to, people with Down syndrome, autism, Fragile X syndrome, Williams syndrome, cerebral palsy, traumatic brain injury, and other undiagnosed disabilities. Best Buddies was founded in 1989 by Anthony Kennedy Shriver while he was a student at Georgetown University. Anthony envisioned a world where individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities thrive, where friendships, shared experiences, and meaningful employment empower them to build confidence, gain independence, and truly belong. His passion for inclusion was deeply rooted in his family's legacy of advocacy, particularly inspired by his aunt, Rosemary Kennedy, whose experiences shaped the Kennedy family's commitment to disability rights. What started as a single friendship program at Georgetown has since grown into a global movement, touching lives in over 40 countries. Through his leadership, Best Buddies has created opportunities for thousands of individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, proving that inclusion isn't just a goal. It's a way of life. Later in the new team member training, you'll learn more about Anthony's journey and impact. But for now, let's explore the inspiration behind his vision for Best Buddies. Anthony's uncle, President John F. Kennedy, made history as the first head of state to welcome a person with intellectual and developmental disabilities to the White House. The Kennedy family's commitment to disability advocacy was deeply personal. It was inspired by Rosemary Kennedy, their beloved family member with an intellectual and developmental disability. Rosemary's strength fueled JFK's push for disability rights and inspired 2 global organizations, Special Olympics, founded by her sister Eunice Kennedy Shriver, and Best Buddies, founded by her nephew Anthony Kennedy Shriver. Eunice Kennedy Shriver, Anthony's mother, was a pioneer for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. She founded the Special Olympics, helped establish the National Institute of Children's Health and Human Development, and received a papal knighthood. Anthony's father, Sergeant Shriver, was a lifelong public servant. He founded the Peace Corps and launched programs like Head Start, Vista, and Job Corps. Both Eunice and Sergeant were founding board members of Best Buddies. They both received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, leaving a legacy of inclusion and service. Now that we've explored the foundation of Best Buddies, let's talk about what supports our programs, the 5 mission pillars. These pillars shape everything we do and serve as the categories for our programs. The pillars are one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, leadership development, inclusive living, and family support. Understanding these pillars is key because we sometimes use pillars and programs interchangeably. While the pillars define our mission, the programs bring them to life. Under each of Best Buddies' 5 mission pillars, there are programs that bring the mission to life in meaningful ways. The goal is for all countries to eventually have all pillars and programs. Getting there takes time. Let's break them down. The one-to-one friendships pillar. This pillar includes several friendship programs designed to build connections and reduce isolation. You'll find school-based chapters in elementary, middle, high schools, and colleges, along with Citizens, a program for adults, and eBuddies, which helps people 13 years or older connect virtually. These programs create real friendships and promote inclusion at every stage of life. The integrated employment pillar. Under this pillar is the Jobs program, which helps individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities find meaningful work, earn a paycheck, and gain financial independence. The leadership development pillar. This pillar includes ambassadors, promoters, and transitions programs that empower individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities to become leaders, public speakers, and self-advocates. It's all about helping people use their voices and shine in their own unique way. The Inclusive Living Pillar. This pillar includes the Best Buddies Living Program. This program offers a dynamic, inclusive living experience where people with and without intellectual and developmental disabilities live together in supportive, independent communities. It's a model for inclusion in everyday life. And lastly, the Family Support Pillar. Under the Family Support Pillar is Uni's Buddies, a program that supports families raising children with intellectual and developmental disabilities by offering resources, guidance, and a strong sense of community. Each of these programs plays a key role in advancing Best Buddies' mission of inclusion, independence, and empowerment. And now you're a part of that mission too. Understanding the basics of intellectual and developmental disabilities helps us better support and include everyone in our workplace and community. Intellectual and developmental disabilities are conditions that begin before the age of 22 and can impact a person's thinking, physical abilities, or both. There are many types of disabilities, but for this brief overview, we'll focus on the two primary categories: intellectual disabilities and developmental disabilities. An intellectual disability refers to challenges with learning, reasoning, problem-solving, and everyday social and practical skills. A developmental disability is a broader term that includes various lifelong conditions, including intellectual disabilities. As you continue your new hire journey, you'll explore intellectual and developmental disabilities in more depth. But don't worry, you don't need to be an expert. The goal is simply to familiarize yourself with these terms so you can confidently engage with participants, employers, donors, volunteers, and everyone you meet while representing Best Buddies. As you progress through the new team member training, you may notice certain topics repeated throughout the training. This intentional reinforcement ensures you fully grasp key concepts and feel confident in your role. Here's what else you can expect: engaging stories and real-life experiences from our participants, practical insights to help you succeed in your journey with Best Buddies, interactive learning opportunities to deepen your understanding, and a supportive community ready to guide and inspire you. We're so excited to have you on this journey. We hope this introduction has given you a great start. If you ever want to revisit this information, feel free to watch this video again. We also encourage you to explore our website to dive deeper into our mission. Our programs and ways to get involved, simply scan the QR code. Welcome to the Best Buddies team. Thank you for dedicating your time, energy, and heart to learning more about Best Buddies. You are now part of a passionate global community committed to building inclusion. As you step into your new role, know that you carry the spirit and strength of a movement that spans across cultures and continents. We are here to support you every step of the way, and we can't wait to see the impact you'll make. Welcome aboard, and thank you for being part of the Best Buddies mission.